Hackathon has emerged as this social and cultural form where a bunch of engineers and designers come together and work really intensely on a particular area of inquiry or issue over a couple of days.
How many people are here and ready to make the breast pump not suck?
There's a bunch of things that are wrong with the breast pump. So when it's pumping, it has this really loud, annoying sound. It's like rhythmic cow, you know, like yuck.
When you do a hackathon, it's really about opening up the technology, having lots of people probe at it in different ways and making it more accessible to people.
We want to see the pump itself and the experience around the pump and the way society feels about pumping. Those three things to move forward.
We are students, researchers, and parents at the MIT Media Lab. As researchers at the Media Lab, we are in a perfect place to start doing something about this.
We settled on the breast pump as this iconic example of something that a lot of people really hated, yet it was a really fundamental, sort of secret piece of technology. For maternal health and for mothers and babies, we thought that the space of technological innovation really sucked.
Hackathons are a great idea to get all great minds together and hash out problems on a large scale.
A sensor that would sense when the breast milk was spoiled. Or the fat content of the
sensor could detect.
If your sensor could detect these different algorithms, that would
There's
truly...
another sensor one over there about the breast pump having some connection to your mobile device.
The trick about using experts is to be proactive. Come and find them. There's no reason that you should experience frustration. You should only experience joy and creativity.
Talk to me about mobile and software.
Say Wei Wang, software and hardware, 3D printing stuff.
I'm Dave Raymond. You can talk to me about whatever you want. I'm a good listener.
Our speakers and our sponsors are also on hand to answer all your questions.
Hackathons typically draw from sort of a young, male, technically sophisticated audience, and we really wanted to break that mold with this hackathon. That's one of our biggest priorities. In addition to people redesigning the technology and changing the breast pump itself, we saw this as a hack into hackathons too. We put out a call for engineers, designers, lactation consultants, breastfeeding mothers, and educators to come meet here so that we could expand the conversation.
There's the machine, there's all these things that can be improved about that, but then it leads out into the whole social experience. It's sort of taboo. There's a lot of cultural and social norms that are still kind of a little bit behind the times and the practices.
There's an enormous amount of room for improvement, and people see that.
We've received about 1,000 ideas from women in terms of how to improve their breast pumps, and they're writing in with very concrete and creative and specific ideas about that. Make it quieter. It's hard to assemble, it's hard to clean, it has all of these little parts, and so if you forget like one part, the thing doesn't work. What typically happens in a hackathon is there's some mechanism for forming teams.
Each person that has an idea will get 1 minute to come up here and pitch their idea to gather a team. I'm going to turn it over now to Willow, who is going to guide our team assembly exercise.
We want to hear your ideas. So you're going to have 1 minute.
So the key part is the backpack. It's one system. Hi, my name's Catherine. I'm getting my PhD in mechanical engineering at MIT.
Taking a phone booth and create a better environment for them all.
Number 4, immersive environments. This is from my local sex shop.
This is waterproof, easy to clean.
Aha! So I think we have an audio-based sensor that can tell us the percentage of fat in breast milk.
It's making me think about foot pump. It's like a manual pump.
10, foot pump.
11.
As wearable devices. I spent the past 2.5 years actually prototyping it. I'm wearing it right now.
Mimic natural child movements.
I think the most interesting thing about what we see at this hackathon is that no two ideas are the same.
The teams gel, brainstorm, and then basically the teams hack. So the way that most pumps work right now is they're vacuum-based, so they create a vacuum and then they kind of pull the tissue into a tube.
And your areola is getting pulled in there and everything else.
So why can't it be more like the way that the baby sucks? Why does it have to be this vacuum thing? That's something we've heard over and over again in the user-submitted ideas. But there's this huge group making the pump suck more like a baby sucks.
That's great. How much of the nipple is in their mouth, and they squeeze back here, and then it's coming in little rolling motion.
That we're not always aware of how much we're pumping, so it's not stressful counting the ounces.
So people have been talking about gamifying.
Make a game, and the more that you pump, the better you go in the game.
Gamifying.
Some people would enjoy it.
So what I want is, I want to change this interface. One of the things I think is fantastic about hackathons is you don't have to have a degree in engineering to sit at a table and build a good solution with people.
We want to have a mixture of people with technical skill and without. We want to have babies underfoot. We want to be inclusive and have spaces for breastfeeding mothers.
The gender diversity and the family friendliness of the event is pretty amazing.
I'm going to try to encourage that all hackathons have a childcare area, because we have a lot of different parents on the floor with a lot of different kids having fun back there, and I think that makes it a playful atmosphere for everyone.
Teams this large have a hard time getting started.
Over the course of the day, some people's groups divided and some merged and turned into new groups.
Okay, so those are the first two, tongue, flange. The last one is the pump and reservoir.
I'm feeling a pressing up versus a coming out and in.
Another really interesting one is making it more wearable, more discreet, and potentially embedding sensors, and so making it smarter. There's a compression-based breast pump, and that one is actually a little bit further along. It's a woman who's been working on it already, and so she's looking to take that to the next level. Many women already do track what they pump in terms of the quantity. It would be awesome if something did that for them.
We kind of got this idea as we were volunteering. It's more about the relationship between the baby and the mother. So it's about fostering the attachment between them as opposed to having an object that separates them. Feel comforted.
It's really nice.
The object of the breast pump itself, it's kind of dehumanizing. So we think there's an opportunity there for the object to act as a kind of transmitter of affection and of bonding between the mother and her child. And make two plushy donuts.
Yeah. I think people are really tackling the problem from a lot of different angles.
Coming up with the tongue actually. That would be another option.
They're really all good, very good solutions.
It's an experiment for us too, and we're really looking forward to seeing how it develops tomorrow.
And take pizza for eating pizza all night long tonight.
Yesterday was a lot, I think, about working out the team dynamics, figuring out the different personalities, the direction. Today, they've really moved into the implementation phase.
The collaboration that happened late last night was pretty amazing.
We got really into it. So what we made last night, the envelope that houses the breast pump, and then we spent a really long time trying to come up with names as well.
People really did a good job about going everywhere and exploring every concept and looking into how the society could be improved, these spaces can be improved, the pumps themselves, the accessories around the pumps.
We're eliminating all the parts to...
One of the things that I really love about hackathons is the creativity and innovations that non-experts come up with. But one of the downsides is that sometimes great ideas never make it past the hackathon. The team running the event, they want teams to document what they're doing. So with this documentation, there's a lot of opportunity for these great ideas to continue in the world.
They have their idea, they're scrambling to get a prototype, a slideshow, a video demo, and they only have 2 hours left.
You've got to power it somehow, and you've got to move milk somehow.
All right, everyone. We just want to alert you to the fact that it is 3:41.
And then at 4 o'clock, they're going to pitch their idea to a panel of judges, and we'll announce the prize winners.
So what we need for the demonstration is to turn it on and off.
Okay, I'm going to go check.
It didn't say it lost it all.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's not. The light is at the end of the tunnel. How we're going to do this is each team gets 5 minutes to present. Pump.io.
We want to reduce the stress involved in pumping. And we want to make it as connected to the experience as possible, connected with your baby, connected with your peers. That if you're having trouble, you press a button, and Nancy will be there. And most importantly, the data is there for Nancy.
Second nature up right now.
Babies do it right. And so we realized that the best solution was to practice or employ biomimicry, or if you prefer, baby mimicry. So we designed our product to answer 3 problems directly. That's indiscreetness, inconvenience, and discomfort. And these were taken directly from the user-submitted comments on the blog today. It's wearable, lightweight, portable, and uses a compression-based system with a secondary suction function to facilitate the flow of milk. Pump works great. We know that works. The flange fits. It's just a matter of moving the tongue in the right way, and we'll have second.
That was in a weekend. Holy crap. Helping hands, you're up.
So this was actually the merging of 3 pitches from the original session of pitching yesterday. Sometimes you don't need a pump, you need an extra set of hands.
Mighty Mom.
So our product is the Mighty Mom utility belt, because we know that every mom is a superhero. Our solution is wearable. It's got a very quick setup. It's discreet. It's very hands-free, and it's smart.
We made a product called Bundle. We wanted to focus on one area that could complement the pumps that you guys were doing.
So Bundle is a cozy for a mother's breast pump. Tucking away the pump and its tubing and flanges, Bundle wraps tightly around the body like a hug.
To create a new pump is to change the ecology of breastfeeding.
So we are literally taking the suck out. We are using our suckless compression technology.
And we have our very last team presenting today.
Woo! Milk track. Let us keep track for you.
The judges are going to leave the room.
There will be 4 teams in our case that will be prize winners.
Mighty Mom. Pioneer Award to the Compress Express. Thank you guys for your outstanding user-focused design. Second nature. Pump.io.
You guys work harder pumps, and we're always really excited to hear that feedback. The team helping hands. Congratulations. Mighty mothers, utility belts.
Let's continue to make the breast pump not suck. Thank you.
Hackathons are a great start, but they're not the end point. It takes a lot of different kind of skill sets to move from that great idea to an actual product that can be in the world. The team here has done such a great job of laying the foundation for these ideas to carry on, find proponents in the world, and actually produce impact.
We're really hoping this is just a seed in a much larger scale innovation.
We're lucky to be at the MIT Media Lab, which is this epicenter of innovation. If you're here and then you say, hey, let's work on this, this thing has traveled like a meme throughout Facebook and Twitter and all of these mom networks, where we have people emailing us from all over the country just going like, thank God somebody cares about innovating in this space. Because there's so many ways that innovation and maternal health can come together to improve outcomes for everybody. There's moms everywhere, right?